Hello everyone. So this is the timeline of how I got to where I am now. I was born in Florida. This is a picture of me when I don't know what age I was, but yep, caught my first fish. And around this age is when I first started learning about computers on Windows 95. My dad was a computer scientist and he introduced me to computers. So that's how I got started. When I got into my teenage years around high school, I got depressed for whatever reason, and then I pretty much turned into a reclusive, introverted gamer. That's my Steam account. Those are some of my favorites, games from my favorites list. And sad to say, not proud of it, but I did drop out of high school. So after I dropped out of high school, pretty much the picture here shows what I was doing most of that time, from the age of about 16 to 27. I was just pretty much partying, drinking, and working. And I've had a lot of jobs, pretty much anything you can imagine. Anything entry level, I've most likely done it. And eventually the partying took its toll on me. All the drinking and hangovers and late nights started wearing down on me, and at that point I wanted to change it around. And I had a mentor who happened to be my brother, who was a military guy, and he pretty much was the only person that said to me, blunt and to the point, either you stop partying and drinking so heavily, or something bad's probably going to end up happening to you or someone else or whatever. So at that point I decided I wanted to choose life instead of partying and drinking all the time. So I went to rehab and started making healthier choices. After I got out of rehab and figured out a way to straighten my life up, I went back to school at 27. I got my GED. I got a bunch of programming books, and I started a car detailing business on the side to make some money. After I learned about computer programming, I decided I wanted to try to make a game. Considering I had had so many jobs before and I didn't go to college, I thought, well, maybe I can try to make a game. And in doing so, I discovered how difficult it is and how very few people end up making money from it, or an income, especially if they didn't go to a formal institution to get into a game company. So as a person trying to be an indie developer, I really learned a lot. I started with RPG Maker, moved on to Unity, and then I went to Godot Game Engine. And after I was using these engines, I pretty much realized that the game I'm trying to make is going to need to be browser based, because the game I'm making is what's called a MUD. And it turned out that making the game inside of a browser was going to be the most efficient choice for making the game. So I had to learn HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. Which, by the way, the first programming languages I learned was C++ and Python. So now, pretty much, the goal is set to make a browser-based MUD game, and all that's left to do is reach the finish line. So that's pretty much the timeline and the short story of how I got to where I am. So thanks for watching.